Hey Taurus, I'm Lucy Ravenstone and welcome to my channel. First of all, I'd like to start with saying my son is in the room playing with toys, so hopefully he's not too disruptive. I actually tried to record this earlier in the week. We are in midway through Mercury retrograde and I had a power cut in this room, like the whole circuit in my house to this room and all of them on the same circuit. Just kept tripping and I don't know why. It seems to be on now. I had someone come around but they were just useless. So let's hope that we are good. Mercury retrograde is working in our favor, not against us, please. So how is it going, guys? This is your June reading for June 2022. And I am using, and I've lost, I don't know where I put the deck. I believe it's the Faery Forest cards, and I'll also be using the Wandering Tarot, which I have one in here. I'm going to use that for you because there's an obvious reason why it was in here. And it was from your reading. Like, I literally just started recording Taurus, and yes, the power was just like, no. And interestingly, that one card is the first card in that row that I started recording. I do remember because it's the only card I read before the power went out and I started freaking out and getting all anxious over the power, not knowing what was going on with it. My fridge and everything was all, I've had to change the bloody plug and extension and everything. It was a nightmare. So guys, what we're doing is we're doing the reading for June. Sorry I'm a little bit all over the place. It's the first video. You always tend to be Taurus, so when I first do my first videos, sometimes it's like, you know, getting into the swing of recording, especially as I'm only doing them once a month for the most part at the moment. You have to get into kind of recording mindset, so to speak. So yes, you get all of the babbling on from me. Oh, my Palo Santo. If you do see a bit of smoke, it could be coming from that, but I think it's gone out now. Okay. The first card we have, let's get started. We have Fairy Norn, planning, patience, and cooperation. I'll show you the imagery if it lets me. The lighting in here, the window is like literally right there. As you can see, she is kind of weaving a tapestry with the unicorn. To me, this is working towards our goals. Now, I feel like we're going through something, Taurus, that's leading us in a direction to where we want to go. It's kind of like baby steps and putting down stepping stones, and I really feel this energy for us. She's giving me this kind of taking her time to weave kind of the fabrics of life is what I want to say. It's like kind of creating something that we aspire to and we dreamed up. It's like bringing it into reality rather than just daydreaming about it. We are now working towards exactly what we want. And we understand that this is not just rushing into something. Like, I feel like sometimes when it comes to wanting something, we might be impulsive and just go for it. You know, if the wind blows the right way. I can say for myself that I do, but sometimes I wonder if perhaps that's my Aries in me being a little bit reckless and impatient. But like, this to me is giving me the vibes, like the opposite vibes to that is like, we know that we want something to be in such a way that we are going to take our time to create it, to bring it into reality, to make sure that it's not just a whim that we kind of rush into that doesn't go the way we want it to. We kind of feel like we're creating a life. It's like building something greater that we've perhaps desired for some time, or that we desire now for ourselves, that we are going to bring into reality, and we're going to work on it in a way that makes it be everlasting, is the vibe that I'm getting with this card. So the first card in the reading is, again, I had this in when I did the reading the first time, and this was in the first position. It's the only card I read, so this energy wants to be heard because it's literally in the exact same position. So it is Six of Pentacles reversed. Now, she gives me this, like, I've been saying 2022 is the year of balance, and this is giving me all of this for us. We are trying to create our balance. Now, to me, it's kind of getting like, you still need to work on that. I feel like we might be in excess of giving or receiving, indulging, and not like the opposite. I feel like there's this to and fro, and we are trying to find that balance. I do feel like this is what we're working through right now in this energy, in this moment. but it's all part of the journey towards our goals. Now, the rainbow skirt that she's wearing, this to me is going in the right direction towards our goals, towards what we wish to achieve, what we're longing for. There is a star on her belt, and it's giving me this energy of like, you know, all that you wish for is ahead of you, all your desires. So just keep moving, I feel like keep being playful. This is giving me that kind of play about with the balance of things, in order to, you know, find your way, to find that spot. But it does feel like a great time for you to actually play back and forth. It feels safe to do that, as weird as that is. Now, we're coming into June, so Mercury in retrograde will be ending in the next couple of days, depending on when you're watching this. So this is a good energy. Like, we're coming out of that chaotic time. Anything that was brought to the surface, you should be feeling the relief of it fading away. There is a shadow either side of Mercury in retrograde, but I mean, to me, I get this kind of, I have the build up. I get the shadow, like the pre-shadow, or the shadow before the Mercury. And then as it fades towards the end of Mercury in retrograde, it kind of does fizzle out for me. So hopefully it's the same for you guys. We're all different, I guess, and it depends on our charts and things and where we are in our life right now. But yeah, let's hope that that's happening, because I'm getting really good vibes. And to be honest, Taurus, I feel like, and I think for me, the reading I gave on Mercury retrograde for Taurus was that, you know, it wouldn't be that bad. Things would obviously come up that we need to deal with, depends on individual bases, but other than a few hiccups here and there, like my power, I do think it has been okay. Hopefully I'm not jinxing myself, but what I'm saying is this is giving me this continuous, like, we're on a roll, Taurus. We're getting there. We're moving towards what we desire in life, and that's a really good thing. The next card is Death card reversed. Now, the Death card is the card of transformations. Now, in reverse position, I feel like we're going through transformations, and we're actually already in that transition. So I don't feel like this is like indicating, you know, new beginnings coming, you need to let go of things. This to me is saying, you know, we're coming onto this other side, and to kind of, I do get this sense of carrying on, but it's kind of bringing out of me, talk the talk. So you are changing into something. It's like we're evolving. The butterfly is coming out of the cocoon. No more are we the caterpillar. And when I say talk the talk, it's kind of like the whole saying, let's fake it to make it. And however, like, obviously, as a Taurus trait, for me, it's a pet hate faking, you know, pretending to be something you're not. And that's kind of really a thing that I just can't do. In my reality, I can't do that. Like, I can't just pretend to know what I'm doing and things like that. It's really hard. But this is kind of like, you know, talk the talk, be who you want to be, and bring that into reality in the sense of be your authentic self. It's not about pretending, but it's like, instead of hiding who you are, allow that to shine through. Hiding what you want, just voice it. I feel like throat chakra is really coming to me. It's like, kind of use that voice for good. You are coming into a better era now. You're in a better time for yourself. You are creating the future you want. So it comes with that territory of knowing what you want, knowing who you are, and ensuring that that comes out into reality, because we are bringing things into reality now. We're no longer in the dream state. We're no longer keeping it hidden and secret and procrastinating on it. We're creating something, and it comes with bringing it, like, you know, sometimes just talking about it or just being it and throwing it out there creates that reality. It makes it real and not just something, not just a figment of our imagination. Okay. Wheel of Fortune. Our fortune is changing. I definitely, again, this whole year, it's kind of like changing our looks and things going in our favor. And I'm definitely getting that with this Wheel of Fortune. It's kind of like, this is it. This is our time. Things are changing for the better. And I definitely feel it's in our control. We are able to change our look, change how it's been for us for some time. It's changing. We are the kind of wielder of our future is what I'm getting from this. And I definitely get this manifestation energy here. Of you creating exactly what you desire. So the words you speak, the thoughts you think, the things you do, it is all creating your world. So be aware of that. Because I'm definitely getting this sense of you creating something. You are her. You are creating exactly what you desire, exactly what you wish for. So yeah, ensure that you are talking the talk, walking the walk, and getting exactly what you want. And do be wary again, and I've just dropped the card, Where's that gone? Do be aware though, with that Death card reversed, again, it is also a reminder to make sure you have let go of old ways. You have allowed yourself to leave behind what no longer serves you. I do want it to be there as a reminder as well. Fairy Godmother, Revelation, Discovery, and Epiphany. Interesting. Let me see what she gives us. I'll just show you the card before I look into her deeper. I think that's a better light. This is a very powerful time for you, Taurus. I'm definitely getting this, knowing exactly what you want and what you desire, and being this strong force. She's giving me kind of, I get like a whirlwind of energy, of being powerful, of pushing, like a driving force. So I definitely think this is a great time for you to trust in your intuition, and actually a good time for action. This is a really great time for you, if you've been like keeping things on the bench, to get off that bench and go for it. I definitely get this vibe for you. Interesting. So the next card is Five of Wands reversed. So upright, I would get that, you know, this kind of yin-yang energy, but I actually kind of get this sense of, again, it gives me kind of like the Wheel of Fortune vibe, which is weirdly, like, I don't know, it's not really what this card is about, but it's giving me this kind of you're a winner vibe, of like there's no competition. I don't feel like you are fighting for anything, or needing to fight for something more so. I feel like as in you are just the winner in your own right, rather than there being a competition or arguments. I feel like this is a time of peace for you. It kind of is giving me that Zen energy. If I got it upright, I would sort of be like, you know, there might be some confliction or anything, but I just feel like this is a really great time where things are actually more peaceful for you, more at ease. Interesting. And I definitely feel like this comes with that sense of intuition, of knowing what's what, and trusting in yourself. I feel like by doing that, you are getting yourself into this sort of space where there is no conflict, because you are being open, communicative, expressing exactly who you are and what you want, and who can fight with that. So the next card again is Mother Star. This is a great card to have, Mother Star. She is giving me, again, all this energy of just being on top of the world. I definitely get... And then the High Priestess. You've got the Mother Star and High Priestess after each other. Yeah, I'm loving this column. So if we read this like beginning of June, middle of June, end of June, but I mean, I'm reading this as a bigger picture, but you could potentially, you know, it starts off by, you know, take your time, be patient, and it's like, you know, go for it, you got this, trust in yourself, move forward. That's kind of the energy I would say this center column is. Okay, I'm actually going to read the Mother Star and the High Priestess together. They are both giving me owning your power energy. Like, this is exactly the same as her with the Fairy Godmother. Again, yeah, I mean, you have the Mother Star, you have Godmother, and your High Priestess. You have a lot of feminine energy here, which I'm really loving. So this is a really great intuitive time, and I feel like listening to our own inner guidance is like our power here. This is like a really intuitive time that we can just kind of flow. I'm getting a lot of luck and abundance, and this, it just feels like we are really moving forward towards our goals and achievements. And again, I'm getting kind of like, yeah, I feel like nobody can kind of hide anything from you. I feel like because you are so intuitive, like this is a time you really are kind of listening and flowing in such a way where you are honoring your divine self, that you are just flowing through. Because I want to say, like, if somebody tries to hide something from you, I feel like you're in this place where you'll see straight through that. I do feel like this is kind of a Taurus trait as well. I go on about Taurus traits, but being a Taurus myself, you know, you kind of own your own traits kind of thing a little bit. And I do think it is really hard to hide something from us. But I feel like we went through this low cycle, this low period of time, where perhaps we weren't feeling in tune with ourselves, not trusting. This is the complete different energy. This is trusting in ourselves. This is being that person that, like, you are on top of who you are, you're discovering, and I do want to say you're discovering who you are as well. In this kind of owning who you are discovering in order to be that authentic self. And I do think this is shining out on all areas of your life. And I do want you to literally remember, like, be that all-seeing, that all-knowing person that you are. That is what's channeling through me. All three of these, I will try and show you in the way that I am seeing it. The star. Nope, wrong way. So if you see, like, all of these women are just, it's that stare. They're just looking straight forward. And it's kind of like, you know what? I'm on top of the world. Sorry about that. It's a bit weird. But that's the kind of power and energy she's channeling here. It's very much like, I got this and I know who I am and I can see right through you. Like, I see your truth. I see your authenticity. And I just feel like that you can really truly embody that. I am getting the snake here. Again, a lot of wisdom, a lot of truth, and a lot of balance. And again, a lot of dreamy energy. I just feel like we are really working towards like our dreams and getting them through. I'm going to have a sip of my drink because I feel like I'm stumbling over my words. So in the final column, I will probably circle back to this. In the final column, we have Elven Touch. Now, I remember this coming up again in the last reading, but it was in first position. It's in third this time. It doesn't really matter too much in this because these top cards are more of just a little bit of wisdom. It's recovery, comeback, and revival, and this is the energy I'm talking about. I feel like we've been through something. Each individual one of us, all of us Taurians, we've been through something, and this is our comeback. We're here. We are revived. I don't know if you listen to Eminem, but revival, you know, we're kicking ass, we're coming back, taking names. That kind of feel here is that, you know, I feel like nobody can put you down now. You've been through the rough. You have been at your lowest, at least the lowest in a long time, and where you've just kind of been out of touch. And I feel like with this Elven Touch, it's kind of giving me as though we are guided right now to kind of put that behind us. Nobody's gonna get us back to that place again. I do feel like some of us may have been through something where it literally involves another person. And this to me is sort of saying, you know, this is your comeback. You are stronger now. Sometimes when we get knocked down, it's kind of like when you get, this is going to be like a weird analogy that I come up with. But like, it's like being punched in the face and you kind of, you get up and you're wounded and you're like, you know, it kind of knocks something out of you. You feel sorry for yourself. Your face hurts. You get bruised. And this kind of feels spiritually kind of what we've been through. It might have been that it might not be someone else, could be ourselves, but something has done something to us. It's knocked us down, been bruised for a while. It's taken that time. But then when you recover, you come back stronger. You've taken that punch. So now next time, if anything was to come at you, you know how to duck out the way. You know how to deal with that energy. And that's what this is giving me. It's like coming back, recovering into like a stronger self. And I get this sense of this being exactly what we needed to get there. The Fool card is next. This is an adventurous time. I definitely get this sense of taking that leap into the unknown is very beneficial during this time. Be adventurous, be innocent, allow yourself to kind of explore something new is what I want to say here. You are in a really good position to do that. All of this whole reading is sort of indicating like you are that powerful. You can do whatever you want, even if it's scary, even if it's facing off fears, because you are now a stronger version of yourself that you can take that leap into the unknown, and it is a good thing. We have Two of Wands reversed, and with this being in reversed, I actually kind of like that. I feel like this is a coming together of like an idea and yourself. And it's like it's a coming together rather than it being new. I feel like it's solidifying. So if I was to get it upright in the way that this is channeling through me, I would say that it's kind of like, you know, these two things are going to come together. But this to me is like you have two things come together and it's making it work. It's stepping into this unknown to make something work that is already started. So apply that to yourself where that makes sense, and hopefully that's good guidance for you. Because I get this sense of this is something you've been growing, and it is all connected in this beginning of growing something, creating a life. This is an aspect of it. Now this is not the bigger picture. I feel like we are creating something so bigger, so much bigger, that it's like literally everything in our life that we're kind of going through it with a fine-tooth comb, and you're kind of, you know, changing every little aspect of our life. But this is just one aspect, and it's like a coming together of two things. I feel like it's stepping into that unknown. It's going for it. This is that push. It's saying be that fool, jump right in, be that naive person that just sees the potential in everything. It's something that's already been in the works. It's kind of just saying, don't let fear get the better of you, keep going, is what I want to say, is the vibe I'm getting here. Yeah, and I have seven of Swords in reversed. Again, this is a good card to have in reverse rather than upright. Let me see what energy it's giving me. I get this sense, and it's giving me similar vibes to that Five of Wands, in the sense that I feel like nothing can touch you. So even though there may be things that come to your attention, it's something that's pulling at me. So how I say this, I hope it's going to make sense, because it's as I go, hopefully it makes sense. Anyway, so over here, I was getting this sense with that Mother Star, High Priestess energy of it, like nobody can hide something from you. Now, if the Seven of Swords was upright, it would indicate that, you know, someone might be hiding something from you, being dishonest, a bit sneaky. But it's actually giving me a sense that if people are like that, you're gonna see right through it. I kind of feel like you are aware of it, or you know that it's coming. Like, this doesn't feel like it's a surprise, as in something is like that and you are just on top and you're seeing it. I do feel like this is outside of this situation but a part of this situation, so apply that where that applies to you. Just feels like there's a wedding ring, kind of. This is how I'm seeing it, a wedding ring here. It could be that there has been dishonesty in a marriage or something. This is an aspect of this first situation that's pushed you to go for something else or to move forward. Because this is kind of giving me that kind of, so this to me, you know, there's this ring here. I feel like you feel and you know the dishonesty around this person. They do feel like they are here at the side of this situation. Now, I feel like this is like kind of saying that this relationship or whatever has hold on to you. So taking this away from relationship and putting it into a situation way so that it makes sense for everybody watching. It feels like there's a situation that is kind of aside to this, and then perhaps that's something you're still holding on to, or that's holding on to you. Be wary. I feel like you are intuitively know that it needs to be let go, or it needs to move forward, it needs to change. But this could be what's the fear here around this, why you have a fear of jumping right in, or could be a potential. Because I get this sense over here of you seeing this and knowing this and seeing something and knowing something, and that I feel is why I felt like I needed to be brought back to this when I said I'll come back to that, because I definitely get this sense. And that Death card as well here was bringing me to that, you know, remember of what you've let go. So kind of keep that in your mind, is remember what you're moving forward from, in a sense of it, using that for purpose, for passion, for driving, for moving forward, because we've had this drive. And I get the whole time I'm reading this, I feel like I'm really being pulled, like I want to be like driving forward, and that's why I'm doing like this, and I feel like my body is moving forward, and it's sort of saying, you know, keep moving forward, keep going forward. And that's how I work as well with my intuitive side of things, is I get these sensations, I get feels, and I'm really feeling I'm just being pulled forward, pulling away. And I would say as well, it's kind of a little bit heart center. I feel like follow that heart, trust in your heart, and instead of, and that is like letting go of the fear side of things, because I definitely have got this sense of there being fear and you're being just told to jump right in, take a risk. Seeing potential is a massive thing. I am just drawn to this Two of Wands. Let's see what it is. For some reason I'm getting see something. Like see... I think it's see the potential in this coming together, the two things that you have. See the potential you have there. Because I'm just getting, it's kind of that dream energy, and then I'm seeing. It's like I'm getting this see something, but it's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It's not like a see, you know, be aware of something. It's literally like see something that's there. See the potential, see the good, see that dream, see that goal, see that aspiration, see something that is a drive to move towards. There's something you need to see here. So apply that to your situation, something you need to see. In order, I feel like that's the push. So if you are querying something, that, you know, shouldn't know, maybe not, this is telling you to see something that's going to be that driving force. See the positive, see the potential, see what good can come of by taking a risk, and see that, and I want to say, see that outweighs any of the opposites. So the fears that are holding you back, what are the cons? See the positives, because you'll see that the pros are way much than the cons, because the cons are just fear-based. They're not realities. And remember that fears are not things that exist. They're things that we create, that are the ifs, the buts, the what ifs. And they're things that we allow to manifest. And this again comes with, and it was the death card, so that remembering of letting go. And I got this talk the talk and walk the walk. And it is literally seeing things, it's like I said, about creating things and creating our realities in the way we talk, we walk, we see, we hear, anything that we create in our life, that we surround ourselves with, is what will be, if you know what I mean. So if you're allowing yourself to be consumed by fears, you make a fear be a reality, when in fact it's a made up thing by yourself, in order to stop you and prevent you from doing something, right? I hope you understand what I'm saying. I do feel like I've been a bit back and forth for this, because I'm just being drawn back to the cards as I'm saying it. So I really hope that this comes through in a way that's understanding. But I do want to say this is a really good time for you, Taurus. I am loving this as a Taurus for myself. It's a positive reading. It's saying move forward, go for it, follow your dreams, continue with the way that you're going, because things are going amazingly in the right direction. You know, we all have our different ways of dealing with things, different lives, but the insight here is to trust in yourself and move forward. So thank you very much, Taurus, for being here. See you next month.